All right, y'all. All right, we in the building. Roll the intro.
Another one, it's another one, and another one.
What's poppin', y'all? We are back with another video. If this is your first time here, make sure you click that subscribe button. It's somewhere down there. You over here. You all in the mix. You all worried about what we got going on, and you ain't subscribed to the channel. Don't make me mad up in here. Subscribe to that channel right now. Make sure you click that like button right now. Do that. First thing you need to do, click the like button and make sure you turn the notification bell on so you don't miss the next time I drop another video. I'm trying to tell you, you don't want to miss it because Noti Gang be on top of it. So if you Noti Gang, you probably watching this right now. You probably going to be the first comment. And you probably going to be the one to win one of them raffles I do next time because I'm doing another raffle pretty soon. But I'm excited for today's show. I'm not going to keep y'all long at all. So y'all know I would have did Messy Mondays today. And I had some stuff. We was going to really cackle or whatever. Just some fun topics or whatever. But I'm going to change it. I'm going to hit the reverse Uno and I'm going to do it tomorrow because I was looking for some more information to coincide with one of the stories that I was going to do for y'all. But I couldn't really find everything I needed. So I got to do a little bit more digging. So y'all know how I am. I try to come and report accurate news and accurate. I want to be a reputable source. I don't want to just be another big mouth on YouTube running their mouth, talking fat. Well, I guess I am a big mouth on YouTube running their mouth and just giving their opinion. So yeah, whatever. But y'all know it be tea. So, all right, y'all. So we got to talk about it. Y'all, JT, we got to talk about Jatavia. So JT, y'all know City Cinderella. I've been living for JT's project. It's no shade, it's no tea, it's none of that. I've really been living for the City Cinderella project, and I think it's a really good, solid project. And y'all, this is her first solo project. You know, she's done things with the City Girls and everything. We know about that. But as far as JT as a solo artist, by herself, solo, this is her first project. And so, you know that the naysayers on Twitter and everything, they were waiting on the first week numbers. Everybody was waiting on the first week numbers. And it's no shade. I was waiting on them too. Because I wasn't waiting on them to like wait for her to fail. I wanted to see. I was waiting from a supporter standpoint. And I wanted to see all the work that JT had been putting in. Did it translate? I guess that's what I wanted to see too. Did it translate? And for me, it did. So JT debuted at number 27 on the Billboard charts, which is great if you ask me. And she sold 26,000 copies. 26,000 copies. So for me, honestly, that's great. That's great to me. This is her first project solo. And she's charted higher than the City Girls have ever charted in their career. It's no shade to the City Girls. But the City Girls, the City Girls sold 31,000 copies, but they only charted number 55, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Because I read it before I got on here. They only charted number 55. JT has charted number 27, and she sold 26,000 copies. So I think that is amazing for JT's her debut solo project. It's not even an album, it's a mixtape. And if we're not even talking about the charts, it actually was a solid project. Like, I literally have been listening to it. And I thought it wasn't going to be something I could listen to every day. But I have been playing it. I love it in the gym. Swang. Listen, Swang be getting me in my... Listen, I be wanting somebody to say anything to me when I'm listening to Swang. I love the project. The intro, Hope, Serving, Lemon Pepper, Swang, 90s Baby, Uncle Al, Sideways, Okay, JT Coming, Red Flowers. I'm just now starting to get into Star of the Show. And that's how you know it's a good project too. When you have like one that you probably was like, that was okay. And then they kind of start growing on you. So I like JT's project. However, so the girls was trying to clown JT for getting the 26,000 in sales. It's not the read you guys think it is. And I know it's probably going to be some people in the comments trying to clown her for doing 26,000. It's really not the read you think it is. I promise you it's not. I can guarantee you it's not. Because this is her first time putting out a project by herself. And I just think that, It's not that serious, honestly. It's not that serious for y'all to be trying to like clown this girl or whatever. But let's talk about another thing really quick. It's related to this. So, JT was throwing some shots at Cardi B during this mixtape or whatever. And rightfully so. So Cardi B, when the numbers came out, everything, she had an interesting tweet. Now I believe Cardi B was shading JT, and I'm almost for sure she was. So let me go ahead and show y'all the receipt screen. So this is what Cardi B tweeted. She said, anyways, laughing my ass off. It's a lot of reality checks circling around. And this is the audio to the video.
Disaster. It's a lot of disaster. Disaster. It's a lot of disasters, but it ain't that many masters.
That's what she said. It was a disaster. That's how Cardi B felt, and I believe that was for JT. And I think so. Let me tell you the reason why I believe that that's for JT too, because JT said used to be but look who flopping now or whatever. And I think she was talking about Cardi B for that because Cardi B is no shade. She haven't really been putting up. Well, she hasn't put out a project, but her singles haven't really been. These last couple of years or whatever. She just got her first top 10. In a long time, and that's not, and it still wasn't like bad. She hasn't been doing terrible, honestly, but she kind of set that precedence for herself where, she even said my records live in the top 10. So it's like, okay, if you say that and then they're not reaching the top 10, we looking at you. We like, hold on now, girl. We like, hold on now. We like, hold on now. So let me get her pulled up. But yeah. That was for JT, but the thing about it is, y'all, it's not the drag you think it is. Just because she called you a flop, you can't really call her. Well, I get where she's going with that though, because it's like, girl, you trying to say I'm flopping and you're doing 26K. I get I get it, and yeah, rightfully so. She should get her league back for JT was on that album. She literally actually said you was while you was laying on your back shoving bottles up your. So she did say that. So Cardi B not wrong for, having her a little key or whatever. But me personally, I don't think JT flopped because if you think about it, she sold 26, so 36, 46, 56, 66. And what, didn't Megan Thee Stallion do 66? Was she 40,000 sales away from Megan Thee Stallion, who is a Grammy award-winning artist, has had #1 records, has been a solo artist for, 6+ years in the mainstream? Or whatever. So I mean, only difference between it gives that yeah, girl, you got. And speaking for Meg, you have all these accolades and everything, but you and I, the real difference between you and I is only 40,000 sales. I mean, and it's no shade. That's the difference between. That's the only thing that's keeping us from not being. On each other's level for real. It's 40,000 sales. Although you have the Grammys and you have the #1 records and you have all these accolades and everything, I'm trailing behind you. I'm only 40,000 away from where you debuted for your album, and this is my first project, and that's not even an album. It's a mixtape. And Meg she sold 66 or some thousand or whatever. It was in the 60s for her 5th project or 4th or 5th project. So you get what I'm saying there? Like, they're not light years away from each other. And that's no shade to Meg either, but they're just not. We just got to call a thing a thing. But I think for the Cardi B piece, sure, go ahead and get your laugh on because, I mean, JT was coming for you. So, yeah, go ahead and get your laugh on. I'm not mad at that. But I do think it is a conversation to be had because, truth be told, all the girls are flopping right now. If we calling everybody a flop. Because I remember I had even got on here and I said that I didn't think Megan Thee Stallion flop. And I still stand behind that. I still stand behind it because 66,000 and she went I can't remember what number Megan Thee Stallion went on Billboard for her album. But, you see me yawning. You see how I start yawning when I'm talking about Meg's album? Because that's exactly what it was. It was a snooze fest. That's exactly what it was. I can't even get the album out without yawning. Because JT put out a better project than her, in my opinion. But yeah, so, yeah, all the girls are flopping. And what's a flop is, and it's no shade, Sweetie finna catch a stray. But Sweetie flopped. I think when she put out that project, what did she sell when they was on her ass about it? She sold what, like 6,000, 7,000 or whatever. Now that is kind of flopping. And Sweetie has yet to put out a debut album, and she's been out forever. And another thing I will say about the Cardi B piece of it all, Cardi B, you don't have any room to talk about JT being a flop or anything like that, or even laughing at her expense, because at least she had enough courage and enough balls enough to even put out a project, and it was cohesive. You haven't even put out a project. You've put out singles. You put out enough singles for you to have a mixtape or a little EP or even an album. Hell, because if we say an album is 10 tracks, hell, how many singles Cardi B done put out? We got WAP. We got Up. We got Money. She get the song with Bruno Mars. We got Hot. We got the Freestyle. We got Enough. I know I'm missing a couple in there. And these ain't even considering the ones that she's put out just off, you know. This was we'll count the one she put on DJ Khaled album, but you know, Big Paper. Oh, and let's not even talk about the song that she had that went nowhere on that that soundtrack. You know, that Bruise soundtrack or whatever. Like girl, so I counted at least 8. You put out an EP, 2 more of those in your album. Ice Spice just put out a 10-track album. 10 tracks is considered an album. 2 more of them, Cardi B, you don't put out an album. So at least JT had enough courage to go ahead and put out, and hers was lengthy. She put out a 16, or let's just say 15, if we not even counting the remix with Jeezy. She put out a 15-track project. You know what I mean? And only had a couple skips on it. So let's not do that, because at least she had enough balls to do what you didn't, which was put out a project. And she didn't care what it did. You think she thought she was going to do 100,000 first week? She knew she wasn't going to do that. You know what I mean? But guess what? She didn't care, because when it's really about the music, when you're really an artist, you know, all that's not the whole, you know, full picture that you focus on. Don't get me wrong. All these girls care about sales. Nicki, Cardi, Doja, Meg. All of these girls care about sales. Who wouldn't? It's almost like saying like you don't compete to be the best, or you don't compete to, you know, have good numbers. Who wouldn't? What are you doing it for? Yeah, you doing it for the love, the art, you know, for the fans and the supporters. But that's anything you do. It's like playing on a basketball team and saying, oh, I don't care if we win or not. Huh? I don't care how many points we score in the game. Huh? You care about how many points you score in the game. Don't let these girls convince you that they don't care about the sales and they don't care about the numbers, because they do. However, when that becomes something that overtakes the whole creativity side of it as it relates to being an artist and putting out music, then that is when you kind of let everything go to your head, because it's not about that. If you're really an artist and you really create, then you do that. And I commend Nicki Minaj for doing that too. That's something that she does not care. She don't care who's about to drop. Nicki Minaj is just drop it. Like whatever. Like for example, the tracks with the track with Keisha Cole and Monica, that did not chart. That Press Play did not chart. You know what I mean? And although those were, you know, songs that she put on her deluxe, they didn't chart. They didn't go anywhere. You know what I mean? It's just because, okay, I'm going to go ahead and put these out. You're not going to hit it. You're not going to knock it out the park every time. And I think with Cardi B being so successful, her first run and everything, she has that idea that is what the expectation is to be. Is to be for her when you struck gold. You know what I mean? You just struck gold at that time. It's not going to be like that every time around. And that's any artist. You can ask any artist. You're never going to be back to where you was when you were new and it was fresh. And it's really like you're living in yesteryear. And that's what it is. You girls are living in yesteryear, Cardi B. And your fans are too. Everybody's living in yesteryear. They talking about what Cardi did, what she used to do. You cannot be talking about stuff that happened 7 years ago. That's going almost on 10 years. People done graduated. I saw this one tweet. They said, no shade, but I was in high school and went to college, and Cardi B has still been talking about this album, and it still hasn't came out. So then he said, I went to high school, I was in high school. I done graduate college. I'm in my career right now, and she still haven't put out the album. Our lives are just moving by, you know. And although I'm excited to hear what a Cardi B album sounds like and everything, am I waiting by the phone for it? No, because it's like we being fed other ways. You know, we have other people who actually want to do this, putting music out. You know, and that's no shade to Cardi B. I actually like Cardi B, but you know, y'all know if you coming over here, I'm just gonna call a thing, and that's really what it is. So, yeah. That is my thoughts on it and whatever. So, JT, I know you, girl, you ain't gonna see this. Girl, I know you ain't gonna see this. But be happy. Be proud of yourself. 27K that's not a flop for you. You actually did well because this is your first project and you are basically starting from scratch. The City Girls was a chop. The City Girls last project did 7,000 copies. It was a chop. You know what I mean? It was, So, JT, be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself. And I love that she even acknowledged that she got the 27,000. She didn't let these girls over. Y'all gonna have something to say regardless. These stand pages, she didn't let them get in her head thinking that this is a flop. She acknowledged it and she thanked her people. I don't even think Megan Thee Stallion came out, and I could be wrong. So if I have any hotties in the building, let me know. I don't even think Megan Thee Stallion even acknowledged to her fans like, oh my God, thank y'all so much. And she put what she sold or whatever. I think she was embarrassed by that. I don't think she made a tweet and said, thank y'all so much, hotties, for 67,000, whatever. Or thank y'all so much for pushing me and getting the album and to go number, whatever. I don't remember seeing anything like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, all my hotties in the building. But, you know, and it's probably because she felt embarrassed. You know, because she should have done more. And I still don't even think Meg flopped. Because the girls are not selling like that no more. So it'll be interesting to see what Cardi B does first week. Because remember, when you do clownery, the clown comes back to bite. It's no shade. The clown comes back to bite. So Cardi B, with you and all your accolades, and with it being 7 years, high anticipation, I'm expecting you to do over 200K first week. You know what I mean? That's just what I'm expecting. The clown comes back to bite. So watch your words. And that's for anybody out here. Don't laugh too much at people because you never know. She's a flop today. You're a flop tomorrow. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. So let me know what y'all think about this video, though. Let me know what y'all think about JT's number. Do you guys consider that a flop for her, for this being her first project? Let me know what y'all think about Cardi B. Kind of like, you know, poking fun at it a little bit. Do you think she should and put it on mute because, you know, it may be her turn next? Let me know. I want to know what y'all think. Y'all know we're going to chop it up in the comments, and I'll catch y'all on the next video.